Hello lovelies, are you a member of my Old World Design Society yet? Now is the time. Check the link in this video description to receive the winter edition and the brand new beautiful spring edition at a great combo price. You'll receive a quarterly magazine, live design classes with me, a private online forum, and also as a society member, of course, you will find new friends who love design, gardening, and antiques as much as you do, because you are not alone in your love for beauty and times gone by. Hello lovelies, I'm Angela and this is Parisian Farmgirl. Bienvenue and welcome to my channel. It is a busy day today. I'm all gussied up because we are shooting the cover shot to the spring edition of the Old World Design Society, and we are plugging away on this boot room. So in the last video you saw some progress on the bathrooms, and of course because the master bath is right above me, the boot room is a part of that job. So today I'm gonna try to take this PVC plumbing in this whole outfit here and make it look as old as I can. You remember the sink that we found in the woods, and if you listen to the podcast, you know the whole drama of this space, that it's always chaos, and as a homemaker, I can't stand it. So I'm trying to get some order and make it happen today. I'm going to share with you a few clips of the last couple of weeks, and this is a really special space. So today I'm wearing a work shirt. This is my grandpa's shirt. He is a farmer and my grandma gave me a whole box of his old shirts that he doesn't wear anymore. And I think it's perfect to cover up while I'm painting. In this room is actually a Hoosier cabinet from their old farm. So this room is going to give me a real sentimental feeling. It's kind of like an old kitchen before you enter my new fake old kitchen back behind me. I don't know. We've got some old wainscoting from an old Wisconsin farmhouse that we've installed. I'm going to show you how we did that today. And this is really my challenge because I've got an oil rubbed bronze faucet above me here. And what we had to do was use PVC, and so I'm going to bust out every faux finish move I can and try to make this look like it matches at least just a little bit, just so it doesn't look like modern, stainless and PVC piping going on. So I've got my handy glue gloves. Let's cue this theme song and get started.
Enchanté.
Part of the charm in old homes, especially in Europe and on the East Coast where we have the colonial homes, is that everything's showing. The wires are showing, the pipes are showing, the ductwork is showing, because none of that was there when the home was built. So I am going to try to recreate that look here in our boot room. I've got some PVC pipe and an old trusty friend rub and buff, and I am going to cover the PVC and rub and buff and make it match, or sort of match, the oil rubbed bronze faucet that we're going to put in that sink that we found in the woods. We had a contractor working on the upstairs bathroom. This is actually the plumbing for the toilet in the new bathroom we're working on upstairs. He wanted to build a soffit here. Nothing screams outdated 1980s home like a soffit. I said, no, leave it showing. I'm gonna work some magic. Now the bummer is there's some seams that are obviously gonna look a little bit modern, but I think this is gonna give it a really great effect. Now I just bought one of these because I didn't know if the color was going to be exactly what I'm looking for, but so far I'm really pleased. It does stretch really far. I don't know if I'll be able to do all of this with this one little tube. Rub and buff is a great tool. You can use it on brass fixtures if you kind of want to dingy them up a little bit. You can use it on the beveled edge of a dresser. If you're painting a dresser, it has gold leaf, silver. In fact, there's all different shades of gold. It's really a fabulous product to have. You definitely want to use gloves because it's oil based and it does not come off. but you can see it's just sticking perfectly to this plastic. I'll probably do a couple coats, maybe go over it with a sponge to sort of eliminate any streaks that I'm leaving.
Wait, dude, what are we doing? Can you set yours on that side?
Oh, here comes the water. Turn it off. It's okay. Aiden did it with his foot.
Turn the water off.
Oh my gosh, me with the handy Rubbermaid garbage can. Okay, so see that wood in the back with the 2 PEX line coming down? That was the problem. There was no way I could pull that PEX line tight enough. It just kept kinking. And of course the sink weighs, good Lord, I don't know, 200 pounds, 300 pounds. So we simply just notched that wood out. Finally, I got a clue. I said, let's notch it out. Then the PEX can just lay right in it instead of me having to pull it down. Now over in the corner, the wooden lockers that I really have designed in my mind are way too cost prohibitive right now with the price of wood. So we're just gonna go the old 2x4 and hook routine. Because those hooks you see over on the right, that's all we have for a family of 8. With church coats and farm coats and all the paraphernalia that comes with having a big family. So we're just gonna do a 2x4. I ran to Hobby Lobby last time I was down south and grabbed some iron hooks. It's going to give everyone a little bit of breathing room, a little space to hang their clothing and their coats and their hats. Right now, everybody's just right on top of each other. So I think it will provide just a little bit of sanity. It's not really the look I want in the long run, but you know me, I'm going to make it work. This project is really not anywhere near done. We still have to paint, patch, I can't help myself, of course. That's a shocker. I had to get some color up here. Here's what I'm gonna use. This is my old standby product, Rub and Buff. This comes in gold leaf, silver, a patina color. Because I'm doing an oil rubbed bronze faux finish today, I am using a color called Spanish Copper. It's about as close as I can get to match this faucet. Again, this faucet is a Kingston. Really, it's the same company as I showed you in the bathroom a few weeks ago. And then I've got some Dixie Belle paint products here, bronze and a patina spray. And this that I just picked up, I don't know if I'll end up using this or not. This is Deco Arts Media in an antique and cream in patina. Handy gloves, some miscellaneous tools. So let's drop down here under this sink and see if we can't finish up this piping project. Just like in that PVC pipe that was on the ceiling, I'm gonna start with the Rub and Buff. This does take a few coats. I know this isn't gonna be perfect, but nobody's gonna be like crawling under the sink and looking at it. The whole point is to simply not have PVC. Yes, I could skirt this sink. Do I want to? Do I want to cover up all this sanding that I did and installation that Joel did? No. I want to see it. I want it to be light and open and airy. Remember, this is the room where now I'm gonna clean off all my dirty vegetables. I can wash all my poopy chicken eggs in this sink. No more bringing all of that stuff into our living space. So, Rub and Buff works on plastic, it works on metal, you can use it on so many things. Rub and Buff, if you are a DIYer and you've never used it, is your new best friend. All right, this is a little bit of coat one. Now, I've already heard from people who have seen similar sinks out in the back 40, out in a field, and they want to know, can we do the same thing? Yes, you can. My suggestion would be to use a toboggan, just like we did, because they're really heavy. We waited till the snow was there to bring ours up. And then the bottom of the sink, like where the plumbing would start, was all rusty and nasty, and finding a welder where we live is impossible. So we used a boot with some Gen Weld goop to hold it all together and a clamp to get things going. That was the easiest solution so far. It's fabulous. We've been using the sink. It is leak free. So now we're just trying to make it look good. And it's gonna take a few coats of Rub and Buff. And when you're all done, Rub and Buff, just like the name implies, the more you polish it, the shinier it gets. So you'll wanna let that sort of cure for a little while. If you're planning on making it shiny, take a rag and just buff it out. I'm not too worried about that because I'm gonna sort of goop mine up. Oh, there's hair caught in my lipstick. I'm gonna goop mine up with a verdigris. All right, I've got a coat of the Rub and Buff on, and I'm going to buff that out later when it's cured a little bit. Maybe I'll put a space heater in here. And now I'm just going over everything with this Dixie Belle bronze color. And there are some, there's lots of companies that do this. If you shop at Michael's Arts and Crafts, if you have one of those in your town, there's a company I think called Modern Masters that makes something similar, but there's a lot of companies that make a metallic paint and then a chemical that you spray or put over the top to give that patina look. So what I'm doing is just what I did on the big pipe up there, is I'm just kind of hitting the joints, like where if this was a real old pipe, where we might have had some leakage and you don't really want it to dry. And then I'm going to hit the wet paint with some of this patina. So I'm just kind of dabbing it in these these joint seams. It doesn't have to be perfect, because remember, nobody's gonna be all up in this business because it's under the sink here. It's just a great way to cover chrome and stainless steel or anything. So don't think about it too much. Don't obsess too much. Just get in there, get a coat on it. You'll find spots that you missed when you're done. Of course, the sprayer on my little guy broke, so I'm just gonna be dabbing this on, and it's gonna drip, which is great because it's gonna have that look that it's maybe been dripping over the years. And give it a good hour and a half to dry for the full effect to come forth. You're gonna feel a little doubtful at first, like it's simply not going to happen, but it is. It's been 3 years since we found this sink out in the woods and lugged it up to the garage. It's been sitting there since then. I think it was worth the wait. We are going to refinish the entire sink, though I do have one child that thinks we should leave it as it is. Stick around, because over the next few weeks, we'll show you what we end up doing. We'll show you the painting of this wall and the rest of everything that's going on in this room. If you'd like daily updates, of course, make sure that you're following over on Instagram. That's where you and I can hang out every day. And of course, that you are a member of the Old World Design Society. You can do that by clicking this white circle right here. You'll get the latest magazine, and right now I will give you full access to all the design classes that I taught last year. Spend some more time on the channel, watch a video, be sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. A bientôt.